Hello, my name is Terry and welcome to Hot Rocket. This is how to go-kart faster on City Karting Shah Alam. Wow! In this track walk video, we're only going to be talking about three main things: the racing lines, the braking points, and conservation of speed. In terms of conservation of speed, this track has many long straights and wide angle turns. It's very important that you carry as much speed through every corner. For the first corner, we start off with a long straight from the starting line all the way you approach T1 to this part of the road where there's a darker discoloration here. This is where you want to have a hard tap on the brakes, but just to rotate the kart. But you want to keep the speed going. Just to turn the kart, keep the speed going, get back onto your throttle, aim towards this apex. As long as you hit this line. Exiting out of T1, you want to carry all that speed with just your hard tap on the brakes. You bring out that kart and you bring your car out all the way to the outside line here. You have to make sure that the left side of your car are touching this yellow paint on the road. From T1 to T2, you want to follow this yellow line all the way out. Follow this yellow line with your left wheel on the side. And as it veers out, you want to be parallel to that line at the same time. Make sure you follow that line. Drive it out all the way here. And you see this red line? This red line here. That red line over there, the red line over there. Use this red line as a braking marker. Again, a hard tap on the brakes to rotate the kart, get back straight on the throttle, and hit mid to late apex of this corner. And as you exit, you want to exit to the middle line. Your kart should be landing right here, right in the middle of the track. There are two things that I'm going to ask of you, and you know very well what I'm going to ask. Like this video, you're looking at this video now, like it. And if you're not subscribing it, you have to subscribe it. Because if you don't, I'm gonna get you! From T2 to T3, from the middle line, you want to veer to the outside line and then lift to turn in. As you approach here, you should be full throttle already. Hit the apex line here and straight on out to a long straight. Now you need to enter T3 perfectly right, hitting the late apex straight on out to the long straight, because it gives you the maximum amount of top speed you need for this line here. So this is where the Nazi soldiers man their post. They look out for any escaping prisoners, and it's not great, but that's history. So approaching T4, you're nearing the end of this long straight. You're veering a little bit to the right. Now T4 is over here, but you don't want to touch the apex because you want to get a nice straight line towards T5. Carry on out, full throttle all the way down to the breaking point of T5. This is a 5G tower. What the hell? Towards T5 is at the end of a long straight, coming in quick. You gotta do a hard but quick brake at the end of this track feature. This is the general area of where you want to do a hard quick brake and then peel off to rotate your kart. That is where you start to brake and then you peel off here. From here, this is where you want to get back onto the throttle. Get back onto the throttle, you'll be fighting with the kart, you'll be turning in, having very minor inputs on the steering wheel, very slight. Hitting the mid apex over here. And before we move on to the next corner, just a word from our beloved sponsors. Kuvings is the world's best slow juicer in the market. The state-of-the-art technology is designed to juice all types of leafy green vegetables and juicy sweet fruits. And not only that, it preserves all the rich taste and nutrients of all these greens and juices and fruits. And they're even voted the best juicer by the Independent UK. Have you not heard of them? Google them right now. And last but not least, everyone here watching gets 10% off their website, Kuvings.my, and use this coupon code to claim yours today. Today! After T5, you arrive to the middle of the track. You want to accelerate between the two apexes here. So I want to take a straight line right in between these two apexes. This is T6 and that's T7. Go straight through with full throttle. You pass T6, you pass T7. You're still on full throttle. It's full throttle all the way. Driving past T7, you're going to make a big wide turn, but not too wide. So you want to veer out get a wide angle. You want to really get a wide angle pointing towards T8 and T9 in a straight line. Once you see this angle, take it straight through. If you take T8 at a tight angle, if you see the straight line aims straight to the grass. As you enter T8 to T9 in a straight line, you want to drive straight through this curb towards T10. T10 is a bit of a wide turn. It's a nice long turn, but you still have to slow down. At the exit of T10, you want to land on the yellow line. Remember, just maximize the entire track and keep your speeds high. T10 to T11, you want to follow on the yellow line before you turn out to the outside line again. Approaching T11, you're on the outside line, following the yellow line. To avoid having too much angle or too much scrubbing onto the wheels, you want to take T11 full throttle, but you only want to touch the apex towards the end of this wide parabola. So take this line, veer in slowly, very minimal steering input on your steering wheel. You do not want to go straight to the apex. Take your time. Getting towards T12, you do not want to get too much on the outside line because as you can see, there's a lot of sand in the corners. Sand, no sand, no grip, lots of grip. Towards T12, this is another long straight. You'll be entering this corner with lots of speed. You want to tap on the brakes hard, but you do not want to stay on the brakes for too long. Just a slight one will do. Remember, conserve your speed. So on T12, this gap on the curb, this is your braking marker. So this is where you're going to keep your eyes on. As soon as you pass this marker, this is when you do your brake. Hit your brakes pretty quickly, peel off right here, and then get back onto the throttle way before the apex, hit the mid-apex and throttle out to the middle line. Exiting T12, you want to land slightly more than half. So 3/4 of the way, this is where you land, and you want to turn right back in to the outside line. So this is a diagonal line towards T13. Now remember, you always want to look ahead of where you're going. You do not want to just fix your eyes on the braking point, but look through and beyond the apex so you can plan your way. Naturally, your hands and your body would want to take the perfect line there. So remember, eyes ahead. So towards T13, at the end of this tire fence, this is the general area of where you want to have a quick lift. Just a quick lift of the throttle and then get back onto the throttle to hit the late apex of T13. After T13 is a long straight, so you really want to get into this corner correctly so you can have the maximum top speed on this long straight. So you want to hit T13's late apex over here, full throttle, and head towards all the way to the yellow line, the outside line of the straights. So you're on the exit of T13. Follow along this yellow line all the way straight towards T14 or towards back to T1 and the finish line, but keep your kart as straight as possible with very minimal steering inputs. T14 is a slight bend towards the right, and you want to take it straight on out, straight all the way to the outside, just before the finish line. And you want to position yourself basically parallel to this white line because you're going to have a slight bend towards T1 again. So it's really important, just a slight bit to follow this white line and finish off to the finish line. And now we have Aqil Z, who is the mechanic of speed karting, to show us his lines. What are we doing today? 114?
114.
Go! 114! Don't disappoint me! And that's it for the track walk. We've talked about our racing line, our braking points, and most importantly, how to conserve your speed through every corner. Remember, get into those corners quick, get back onto the throttle early. Conserve your RPMs, conserve your speed. And that's how you do city karting.